Welcome back to Lockett for more action here this weekend's European 250 Championship round. Round 6 in the 2013 season, and as you can see, those weather conditions again just starting to creep up. 24, so just 1 degree difference between that and what it was for the 125 race about an hour ago. But some of the fans there, the smart ones, taking the shade. Some have got their umbrellas. Not as humid as it was a week ago in Germany. Of course, these guys, 250s, didn't ride that day. Still pretty warm though, all the same. Well, there's only been one European 250 round held here in recent years in its current format. That was back last year, 2012. Mel Pocock on the Monster Energy Yamaha was the winner that day, second and a first. Tim Geisser was third and second, with Maxime Dupre first and sixth. All those 3 guys are now riding in MX2, so this feeder class doing its job. Jeremy Seewer, he was fourth last year with a fifth and a third, and he currently sits second in the championship, 14 points down behind fellow Swiss countryman Valentin Guyot. Won a round in Latvia, but it's been third, second, third, and a fourth. Other than that, well, Seewer, but for Guyot, who has that 14-point advantage, it's been 3 wins and 2 seconds. So those 2 guys, possibly the men to beat this weekend. But try telling that to Damon Growless and Brian Bogers, Brent Van Donnick, and the rest as they look to try and pick up as many points as possible for their own championship cause. There's a quick look at the circuit. Start has been repositioned. It's no longer there at the top of the screen. It's down here past pit lane and in that bottom corner. Couldn't quite see it there. You see a little bit of water going down on the track still, despite the threat of rain, although can't quite see that happening now. But then it wouldn't be the first time that I've been wrong with it.
třídách, nebo v prestižní třídě MX1 patří týmu Orion Litomyšl RS Petrol, protože právě jejich zástupce Franta, nebo tak, jak se říká, Ferry Smola, je jediný Čech, který se představí v těch 2 prestižních světových třídách, konkrétně ve třídě MX1.
So in a moment we'll be going down to the start line area. Amy's down there, waiting to speak to a couple of riders. Here she is.
Test, test, test. Well, the temperature is starting to pick up here down on the start line for the European 250 final race. We're going to have a word with our championship points leader first. We're going to come to Valentin Guyot. Valentin, if I can just borrow you for a second. Valentin, you're still the points leader of this championship. You've just missed the top step of the podium for the last 2 rounds. What do you think is going on?
Oh, you know, Letland and Finland, it was the 2 races, so I say maybe I can lose everything, but I make good race, 2 times second, it's very good. I take some points on Jeremy, so it's good, and now we are back on the hard pack. It's what I prefer, and yeah, all the weekend I be good on the track, all time the best lap, so yeah, it's okay, it's perfect.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We're going to come back up here and we're going to have a word with Philip Neuberger. Philip, we're used to seeing you ride some of the MX3 Championship and mainly the German Championship. How did it feel dropping down to the 250s for your home round?
Yeah, I was racing this European Championship 7 years ago before I went to Germany, and I always have fun to ride with the 50. So I'm happy to be here and in front of my home crowd and try to do my best.
What do you think of the other competition?
Yeah, it's quite good. It's always good competition in the European Championship. Like yesterday, we was more than 70 riders for the qualify. So it's quite good, I think.
Best of luck. We're going to have a word with one more rider. We're going to have a word with Magni Klingsheim. If you remember rightly, we saw him in Sweden take a... Oh, I can't find where he's gone. Oh, he's there. We're going to sneak in past to everybody. If you remember in Sweden, poor Magni almost lost his thumb. How's that doing now?
Yeah, I had a little finger injury in Sweden, but Yeah, it's good now, so
And you seemed a little bit more quiet the last couple of rounds, but yesterday it looked as though we see you back in your usual form.
yeah, yesterday I tried to push and get my speed back, and yeah, it was better yesterday, so I hope for a good race today.
Thanks, Magni. Right, that's all from us down here on the start line.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Semi-final Group A was won by Valentin Guillot, led every single lap. Brent Van Donnick was second, Jorge Zaragoza was third, Damon Growlers fourth, Philip Neubauer was fifth. So gained a position. Mike Crass came home in sixth after starting in fourth, so he lost a couple of positions in quick succession. Then it was Nathan Watson, the HM Plant KTM runner. Started eighth, finished seventh, so I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. Boris Maillard was eighth of France, ninth was Lucas Lonka, and Václav Kovar was 10th. Nick Kuenberg was one of the biggest climbers in the race, though. Started down outside the top 20 and came from 24th to 11th as we look at the start list. Again, same format as the 125. Winner from Group A and then B, so that's how they alternate the start list here. Adam Sterry was 14th, started 13th, climbed a couple of positions before falling back to 14th ahead of Eddie Hortemark, Davide De Bartoli, Dominique Thury, Jaap Cornet and Lars Ruther, with Ben Watson just in 20th place. But it's only 18 riders go through from each, so the top 18 in the B semi-final were Jeremy Sewer, Brian Bogus, Benoit Paturel, who came from 6th, Jordan Booker, who started 5th, got to 3rd and then fell back to 4th. Mika Dewar came from 9th to finish in 5th. Manny Klinsheim was 6th. Victor Bjorklund, Peter Bartros, Jesper Jonsson also came from 15th to get to 9th, and Gabor Fertasvari. Luca Ninehouse, George Cabal, Rennie Albers, Ryan Houghton, Karel Kutsar, Michael Kratzer, Dieter Damians and Luke Norris coming from 26th to 18th, and Connor Green, an American, who came from 30th to 19th. And the last chance guys were Andy Baumgartner, Simone Zecchina, Lars Reuter and Michele Chervelin. So the two guys that were pretty fast didn't quite make it through. Getting ready to drop here, and it does so now. Neubauer at the inside doesn't get a decent German. He's going to play the waiting game as he prepares for the action ahead of him. Might be able to sneak through, and does so. Comes out in about 10th place in the green. Dropping downhill. Oh, a couple of guys going straight over and straight on. I'm sure our FIM directors will be looking at that to see who that was. Try and pick out a number if they can. But bottom of the hill, Valentin Guillot as... is that 79? Might be. Yep, Corneth. So Corneth then goes out at the start. And our two championship leaders, first and second. So this should be a pretty decent race then. Valentin Guillot, Jeremy Sewer, and Damon Growlers in there as well. So top three in the championship, all coming out, first, second and third. No Cyril Klein-Cromerfield this weekend. He's in 4th in the championship. But Growlers coming under attack from Mike Crass on the second of those yellow Suzukis, the Birth Spoon Suzuki, number 55. Then Brent Van Donnick, 172 there, just in the background in 5th. Then it's Zaragoza in the red on the left-hand side on the third of the Suzukis. So the Suzuki's looking good here at the moment. But it's Valentin Guillot on the Guillot Motorsports KTM who's going to try and pick his way through as Growlers makes a move up the inside of Sewer. And goes through. So Growlers then sweeps to the outside, and as they come over the line, it's the 92 of Guillot, 171 of Growlers. Third is Sewer, 4th is Crass. 5th is Van Donnick, 6th is Zaragoza, 7th Nathan Watson, 8th Benoit Paturel, 9th Philip Neubauer, Victor Bjorklund, Brian Bogus, Peter Bartos, Václav Kovar, Jordan Booker down in 14th, Boris Maillard is 15th, Mika Dewar, Rennie Albers, Manny Klinsheim down in 18th place, Lucas Lonka and Thomas Kjær Olsen finds himself just in the points in 20th on this opening lap. Gabor Fertasvari, Adam Sterry is 22nd. As trying to take the short route through, number 91, Jeremy Sewer, and he knows he has to try and defend as well because he's got the hard-charging Mike Crass behind him. Crass on the outside as we look at this shot. He's going to cut to the inside. Doesn't quite make a move stick there. Ryan Houghton down in 33rd place. Luke Norris 37th. Simone Zecchina former 125 European champion, down in 38th place at the moment on this opening lap. So he has got a lot of work to do. But having to ride defensive, number 91 on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe. Swiss rider, second in the championship. Doing his best to defend that third place from the 55 and Mike Grass, who looked to use a similar line. He lost the front at the end of the first lap there, but makes it work for him this time. But Guillot already disappearing at the head of the field through the old turn 2, around the back of the old tower. Replay of the start. Growlers on the left-hand side and Guillot, they got through there no problem, but then there was a few guys went wide, very soft down that bottom end. Not through water, just loose gravel. But Guillot, fastest man on track, a 150.9 compared to a 51.7, 52.2 and 52.8. And the chasing guys behind him, Growler, Seal and Crass. There's Crass now. Just behind him, the orange KTM, Brent Van Donnick, Jorge Zaragoza, Benoit Paturel, Philip Neubauer in the Kawasaki, Nathan Watson now in 9th, Brian Berger's 10th, Victor Bjorklund is in 11th place. This bottom corner, the lowest end of the racetrack. And just there, about 50 metres the other side of that fence, is the road down into Lockett. When you come past there in the morning, you look up and see the circuit. It's pretty spectacular. As Benoit Paturel on the Husqvarna looking for a way past the 99 of Jorge Zaragoza, looking to square him off as well, and goes through, hard move, and the Spaniard almost down. Didn't expect that from the Frenchman at all. So 142, Benoit Paturel climbs a position to 6th then. On the coming towards the end of this second official lap. Zaragoza was looking good yesterday in the qualifying, and the would have said that this circuit would suit him down to the ground. Growlers coming under pressure from Siwa. 91 on the yellow Suzuki, who again gets blocked there by the 171 of Growlers of Belgium. See the different lines dropping down the hill. Guillot disappearing at the front, but these two, second and third. This one's got a long way to go, quite literally. There's Paturel, just getting out of there nice and early, chasing the dirt, tagging the front wheel of Zaragoza. Neubauer would have been there to pick up the pieces, but wasn't able to do so. Working their way down to the bottom end of the circuit. Over the tabletop into this bottom left-hander. Turn 4 now on the racetrack, actually, believe it or not. Good drive from Jeremy Sewer, but not able to get out of the wheel tracks of Damon Growlers. Again, chasing the dirt early, he's going to try to square up the inside, but goes high and wide, and Growlers, we'd have to say, probably riding with the radar on underneath that helmet, because everywhere that Siwa goes, Growlers is just drawn to him like a magnet. Up the inside, no. Tried to show him a wheel around the outside, but not able to get through there. Let's crash, 55, still in 4th place. First for Suzuki rider, the second of the two yellow machines. See how hard and slick it is there, even in the corner at the end. Growler's just almost coming unstuck as Siwa switches it to the inside this time around. Big step up into this corner. A lot of braking bumps on the downside there as well. So, 17:40 on the clock, plus 2 laps. Guillot, 3.5 seconds clear of Damon Growlers on the standing construct KTM, getting urged on there by the pit crew. Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe rider, 91, Jeremy Stewart, right there behind him in third. Mike Kress, the first winner Suzuki rider, is fourth, number 55. And Brent Van Donnick on the Scott Racing KTM is in fifth place. Sixth is the Husqvarna Factory Junior team of Benoit Patrel. Siwa now finds himself in that second place. So he's got 3.5 seconds to make up to Valentin Guyot, fellow countryman and championship leader. This guy sits second, remember. So could have done with just finding a way through. Ooh. 18. René Albers. Growlers being passed as well by Mike Kress, so losing 2 positions this time around. Damon Growlers on a standing construct KTM there, 171. Third rider in shot. Ooh, and he's losing out again. Mike Kress now goes through on a 55. First through Suzuki. I don't know what the problem is for Growlers, maybe just losing the momentum, losing the rhythm. But Brent Van Donnick looking for a way through as well. He'll jump to the left, he might try to square off his fellow Belgian. There's Kevin Strybos, looks on, he will be one of my guests on the MX Live Studio show today at 2:15. We've also got Jose Boutron and Jackie Martin, the team manager for the GM Racing, Will Van der Staan GM Racing squad. Erlings. Just having a quick look. Those guys will be out soon as well, remember. Can't wait to see how that one plays out. So Valentin Guyot then, with 15 minutes plus 2 to go, is 3.9 seconds clear of Jeremy Sewa, but Sewa was the fastest man on track that time around, 150.3. Fastest lap of the race as well. Just well, we get an opportunity as well, don't forget. Monster Energy Motocross of Nations. Go to the motocrossmx1.com website, go to the ticketing, get yourself a VIP upgrade if you want to treat yourself to exclusive VIP package. Of course, you'll get privileged views of the circuit, access, exclusive passes, gifts, catering, champagne, all the works. You will thoroughly be treated like kings and queens, princes and princesses if you prefer, but ooh, back end just got a little bit loose there from Jeremy Sewa as he came over the jump. I think everything's okay because that was the jump. As DeSalle was just giving us a wave. Don't forget also the MXGP Festival, Matchley Basin, 22nd to the 26th of August. As Mike Kress goes through in third. There's Growlers in fourth. Monster Energy are ready to spur on all the amateur category riders with a hefty prize fund that will reward £1,000 UK sterling to the winner, £600 to second, £400 to third. For more information, go to your national federation, which in this instance will be the ACU. So speak to Sonia Goggin. Oh, Van Donnick going down. So Van Donnick going out of fifth place. Watson picks up a position there, goes to eighth. This gap's coming down. Gap is coming down. Valentin Guyot, Jeremy Sewa, 3.8 seconds clear. Mike Kress third, Damon Growlers fourth, Benoit Patrel fifth, Philip Neubauer sixth, Jorge Zaragoza is seventh, Nathan Watson eighth, Brian Boger's nine, Brent Van Donnick is 10th, Victor Bjorklund is 11th, Boris Maillard is 12th, Peter Bartos is 13th, Václav Kovar is 14th, Mika de Waal 15th, Nick Kuenberg 16th, Thomas Kjær Olsen is 17th, Manny Klingsheim, Jordan Booker and Lucas Lonka round out the top 20. Getting ready to go down to pit lane, and we're going to be speaking to Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe. Ooh, and their rider there, Jeremy Sewa, who's obviously pushing hard to maintain his pace and try to close down the gap with Valentin Guillot, the race and championship leader. So Guillot this time we're going down the pit lane.
Thomas, solid performances from both of your riders over the course of this weekend.
Yeah, pretty good, but a little bit unlucky from Jeremy to lose the second place in lap 1, so he lost 3 seconds, so we will see now how he come back. And for Jorge, if he can stay top 10, it will be real nice for him.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks.
So Jeremy Seewer then. 100ths of a second slower than Valentin Guillot on the 6th lap. Made a couple of mistakes on the process as well. You see how hard he's trying. Just watch here at the end of the straight, loses the front end. Just was short on the landing. Didn't quite get the distance over the rhythm section. Nothing in it between the first sector split either. All right, here's Watson going after Zaragoza. So the 991 HM Plant KTM UK rider and the number 99 Suzuki Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe MX2 rider. Jorge Zaragoza duking it out here over 7th place. The yellow Suzuki is in that 7th place at the moment. There's Philipp Neubauer just disappearing out the corner ahead of him on the 5 Kawasaki. Riding his home round this weekend. Nathan Watson making a move down the inside. Gets on the gas early and makes the pass. So Watson then climbing up to 7th place on lap 7. And he's got Neubauer just ahead of him, a couple seconds out the next corner. So the big... what's going on here? Bit of a tag. Oh, that was a big save. Big save. Couldn't quite see who that rider was. If it was Eddie Horfmarker, maybe. Brent Van Duyk going through. Down in 10th place as he came over the line then, just out of that final corner. But here's Damon Growlers in 4th. He's got Benoit Paturel, the Factory Husky Junior rider, just behind him there in red, disappearing out of shot. Here's Neubauer in 6th place. On the 5 Kawasaki, riding the 126. He's enjoying his weekend here, back on a 250 machine. That's good, he's got a tidy style. .101 or 107. Process of elimination and all that. Well, it was 101 on the back, so I can only assume that was Davide De Bortoli, Massignani Honda rider. There's Guillot, looking comfortable. Said at the start of the program in his pre-grid interview, prefers a hard track, not like Latvia and Finland, which was sand. So I want to see a couple second place finishes there, but still make points over the 2 rounds over Jeremy Seewer, who is now 3.6 seconds down and half a second slower than Guillot that time on lap 8. Guillot setting the fastest lap of the race on his 8th lap there. There's Mike Krass, 3rd, Bersuin Suzuki. Here's your 4th place battle between the 171 Damon Growlers and Benoit Paturel, 142 Honda in red, Husqvarna in red just behind him. Different lines, see how hard, slick, loose, gravelly the ground is, and it softens up a little bit down here. All this a new addition, so the ground's still going to be very loose. It'll take a while to compact that down. Who knows, come back here next year, it'll be hard and slick like the rest of the track. Krass comfortable in 3rd. Krass 8th in the championship, didn't do the first 2 rounds in Portugal and France. Didn't score in Sweden, got a second in Latvia, won the race in Finland. Took his first ever European victory. Guillaume was second that day, third was Brent van Donnik. Well, Donnik down in 10th at the moment. He was in 5th, but a mistake just over the back of the hill as Bjorklund comes in. Ooh, man down. Nick Kjernberg, 8:24. Is at the bottom end of the circuit after the tabletop, I think it is. So Kjernberg then, lucky not to go through the fence, but he will pick himself up and rejoin at some point, but he was in 15th when he got going. So 172, Brent van Donnik. He's in 10th. Scott Racing KTM going after Jorge Zaragoza. 9th now because just found a way past Bogas, or is, yeah, there's Bogas. So it's Guillaume, Siwa, Carras, Growlers, Paturel, Neubauer, Watson 7th, Zaragoza 8th. Oh, that's what happened. Kjernberg just had absolutely nowhere to go as he was taken wide by Václav Kovar, the Moto Team XL Kawasaki. That's Massimiliano Kawasaki at Honda. Another rider down. 238. Michael Kratzer of Austria. That would be, I wonder if that's his bike there, parked just coming in that bottom corner. Might be. See the medics just rushing to his attention. That's the case at the bottom of that hill. Can only assume he's hit a braking bump, gone over the handlebars. It's pretty fast down into that corner. Heavy on the braking as well. So you get some pretty fierce braking bumps. Growlers, 171. Not able to capitalise on a good start and lost a couple of positions in quick succession, but finds himself in 4th, being harried still by the 142. Husqvarna Junior Factory rider here, Benoit Paturel. Still under the watchful eye of Jackie Vimond. Comes over the line, 10 laps complete. Neubauer's not that far away, you know. Neubauer just there on the green Kawasaki, the file Kawasaki. Steicher looking on. He was good yesterday in a qualifying. He'll be looking to do something similar today. Steicher trying to spur on this guy. Damon Growlers, fellow Belgian, fellow KTM rider, but if he's holding up the riders behind him, of course, they're going to be finding their way onto his rear wheel in no time at all. But he's doing a good job of hanging it out there at the moment. 152.9, 52.5, 52.2. So Neubauer, 3/4 of a second quicker than Growlers. Rennie Albers saw him crash earlier. He's obviously gathered himself after probably banging his head when he went down. So the HSF Logistics, yeah, on the downside is where we've got the wheels on the ground. Flag, but no flags waving the other side. So not sure where our stricken rider is. Nathan Watson, he's got his hands full at the moment. Jorge Zaragoza and Brent van Donnik, who's on the charge. Van Donnik, the 172, just there. So the KTM Scott Racing rider looking to close down these two and maybe find a way past after making his own mistake earlier on that dropped him from 5th place. Nathan Watson, meanwhile, just 14th in the championship, but didn't score in Portugal. Had to pull out of the race there. with a problem. 17th, 7th, no score in Latvia, and a 13th in Finland. So we'll be looking to equal his result from Sweden at Uddevalla. Give him a bit of a confidence boost. See how that second turn's developing, can't you? Around the outside, starting to wave out a little bit. So Watson, just had a moment ago, hands full. 28, Mika Duarte, losing the front and the rear and almost doing his knee at the same time on the HSF logistics machine. Zaragoza got a nice style on that Suzuki in the middle. Rode the 125 class last year and then picked up a wrist injury, so sat it out, came back this year on a 250, but some people may be questioning whether he should be back on a 125 or not, but riding the 250 real good. At the moment, you just kind of wonder whether he'd just be that little bit better on a 125. Of course, it comes down to decisions. If that's where he wants to be, then that's where he wants to be, but looking good here is Zaragoza. Hasn't scored so far in the campaign. Mike Krass, Burstfoon Suzuki. Still in third. About 11 seconds down on Jeremy Stewart. Doing just enough to stay a couple of seconds clear of Damon Growlers. Can't close down the guy ahead of you, just do what you can to stay ahead of the guy behind you. Seems to be the mantra for Mike Krass here, 55. The winner last time out, remember when we saw these guys last in Finland? Here's Siwa, 91. Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe, 8 seconds down on Valentin Guillot, our race leader. But looking to pick up another second place, another 22 points, but that gap will go from 14 to 17. Remember, it's 25 for a win, 22 for second. And then we've got 2 rounds left. Matterley Basin, which is also the MXGP Festival. And Netherlands at Lierop on the 8th of September. So is he running out of time? And you can follow us on the social networks there, on Twitter and Facebook. Just to remind you who my guests are on the live studio show at 2:15. Got Jose Boutron, Silver Action KTM rider from MX2, Kevin Strybos from Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1, and Jackie Martins from Will van der Staan JM Racing KTM. He's team manager and former world champion, of course, in 1993. We'll start the show with Boutron, so get your questions to our guests now. Hashtag MXGP Life, L-I-F-E. Be a part of our studio show, of course. We'll try and get a couple of questions to each of our guests if we can. Boutron, the talk of the paddock at the moment, of course, third in the championship, and looking to cement that here this weekend if he can. There's Guillot, 92, our race leader. Didn't take too long getting into the lead, and he's now more than 7.5 seconds clear of Jeremy Stewart. Looking good, riding smooth, not being rushed either. His best lap of 150.1. 7.3, which is the fastest lap of the race so far, lap 8. Wonder how much he's got in reserve. Whether he's actually full gas or whether he's just holding back just a little bit. One lap board goes out. So Valentin Guia just about 1:50 from picking up another 25 points to add to the wins in Portugal, France and Sweden. Makes his way to the top of the hill, past the work area. Of course, he'll be keeping an eye on that. Jeremy Seewer, 7.9 seconds down now. So business as usual for the young Swiss, Valentin Guia. Got off to an explosive start. Probably rode a little bit nervous at the opening round in Portugal, dropping down from MX2. In his mind, he probably thought he could win a championship, but went out in the qualifying race, rode tight, came away with a win on Sunday. And since then, he's just gone from strength to strength. He's gained in confidence, and he knows that if he's within a shot of the lead, then of course he can go for it and maybe even pick off the guys ahead of him. Didn't get the best starts in Latvia and Finland, but managed to pick up seconds in both those races. Seewer was a winner in the first in that moto in Latvia, but had to settle for 4, so the 3 points that he gained he lost, plus a little bit more a week later in Finland. So Jeremy Seewer just maybe not having to be consistent, because he's consistent as well. Third, second, third, first, fourth, and looking at second here. Just needs to maybe get the start ahead of this guy right from the very drop of the gate. The Valentin Guia, though, the Guia Motorsports KTM, over the line, picks up the victory here for the 4th time in 2013. And he will extend his lead at the top of the championship table over Jeremy Seewer, who will come over the line now in second, just here at number 91. Whichever way you look at it, it's still a Swiss 1-2 here in the Czech Republic. Mike Krass will come over the line now in third, and just ahead of Damon Growlis, who launched the last lap attack. And Benoit Paturel as well. So those guys about 2 seconds, a second and a half apart. Krass, Growlis and Paturel. Neugbauer came home in 6th. Nathan Watson hangs on for 7th. Jorge de Aragón for 8th. Van Dijk should be 9th, and should be Brian Bogus in 10th.
Valentin, you said you were a lot happier this weekend to be back on the hard pack, and it came good for you.
Yeah, I make a very good race, a good start. I make the whole shot, and yeah, after I was riding pretty focused and smooth, and yeah, still a good points for the championship. Thanks.
As usual, we'll give you the official rundown, the official classification of European 250 final, when as soon as we have it, as soon as the riders are over the line, but trying to take shelter out there on the banking here. It's the drop down, a couple of corners away from the old start line area. Still pretty warm out there. But this guy here probably didn't feel it at all. 92, Valentin Guia picking up another race win in 2013. That's 4 wins now for the Swiss rider. Under the watchful eye of Yves Demaria, former world champion, MX3 of course. And a great 250 rider in his day, and 125 runner as well. Right, a little bit busy down there in the walkways, but give you the confirmation. Valentin Guia 8 seconds clear of Jeremy Seewer in the end. Mike Krass another 10 seconds further back. There, your first 3. Damon Growlis was 4th. Benoit Paturel, Philip Neugbauer, Nathan Watson, Jorge de Aragón was 8th. Brent Van Dijk was 9th. And then Brian Bogus, Boris Meillard, Mika de Waal, Peter Bartos, Václav Kovar, Jordan Booker 15th in the end, Thomas Olsen, Magnus Klingsheim, Lars van Berkel, Eddie Portemarker and Lucas Lonka, your top 20. No points for Andrea Cervelin. Peter Damien's Ryan Houghton all out of the points. So too Adam Sterry, Simone Zakina, Adam Norris, and the rest.
Okamžitě teďka podávající agentura Ustream si vyhlašuje tyto 3 nejúspěšnější jezdce a já předávám Evžene tobě mikrofon. Takže to byl Petr Kovář a já nyní v německém jazyce, jak dopadla tato jízda v finále evropských 250. Also, jetzt war Finale von Europäischen Meisterschaft in der Klasse 250er Viertakter und der Sieger war der führende Mann.
Championship then looks like this. Guillot extends it by another 3 points over Jeremy Sewer, so that takes him to 17 points. Corrales, Bogus gaining a position. Kromov, of course, not here this weekend. Zaragoza, yeah, first ride in the championship for him. Adding to his tally, climbing up considerably as well.
Die 2 schnellsten in gemeinsamer Finale. Also das ist wirklich großer Erfolg für schweizerische Motocross-Schule. Und jetzt wartet auf uns nur die Weltmeisterschaft laufen und zwar um 12:10 für das ersten Lauf von Grand Prix.
Getting ready for the podium then. You see a little bit of movement just there to the left of the podium as we look at it. So Mike Crass, Burstfoon, Suzuki, the winner last time out in Finland, has to settle for 3rd place and 20 points here this weekend at the Lockett. Probably going to be pleased with that actually, hard-packed circuit. Jeremy Sewer, Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe, takes 2nd place, as befits his championship position at the moment. And then Valentin Guillot, Guillot Motorsports, your overall round winner here and race winner as well. So Swiss 1-2, a guy from the Netherlands in 3rd. That's your podium at Lockett, Yves de Maurier. Team manager or team trainer, but he's the one that's going to take the manufacturer trophy for KTM as a winner here in this European 250 Championship race. Petra Armalova from the club here at Lockett, and in Mike Crass, 3rd place trophy. Congratulating the other riders as well. Another club member, Jaroslav Fiala, hands a 2nd place trophy to Jeremy Sewer. And the winner's trophy, Petr Korfu of GMAR, handing the European 250 winner's trophy to Valentin Guillot for his hard-earned efforts today. Petra Armalova, once again, handing winner's trophy, this time to Yves de Maurier. Doing his best to stay out of camera shots. Red plate, though, still belongs in the hands and on the bike of Valentin Guillot. Eddie Hurd, as usual, on hand to deliver another red plate to the Swiss championship leader. That was your podium. Valentin Guillot, Jeremy Sewer, Mike Crass. Of course, winner this weekend, Valentin Guillot of Switzerland. National anthem time for him. Champagne time then on the podium. Valentin Guillot, Jeremy Sewer, Mike Crass, your overall podium here at the Czech Republic in Lockett. Round 6 of the European 250 Championship campaign. They've got 2 more rounds to go. Great Britain at Matterley Basin and Lierop, the deep sand here in the Netherlands on the 8th of September. Of course, we will be there covering it live and exclusive on MX Live TV. We hope you can join us there too as well. Here's how it happened here in a 250 European Championship race. Gate drop, Valentin Guillot down the inside of Damon Growlers, but wasn't long before he started to pull clear. Growlers was in second at that point, having just passed Jeremy Stewart and Mike Grass. Benoit Paturel put in a hard charge on Jorge Zaragoza, and eventually he would come home in fifth. Zaragoza would drop to eighth. Stewart put this pass on Growlers, put him into second, but he was 3 or 4 seconds down at that point on our leader. Brent Van Donnet went out of fifth place. And you see the guys that went by him there, but he put in a spirited fight back, got himself back into ninth place. Almost a moment to be concerned there for Jeremy Stewart, but he managed to save it. But then down the inside of Zaragoza was Nathan Watson on the HM Plant KTM UK machine, and he came home in 7th place. Up front it was 92 Jeremy Stewart, Valentin Guillot, Jeremy Stewart and Mike Crass. They were the first three. Growlers had dropped to 4th, but it was a win for Valentin Guillot as he took his...
Valentin Guillot, 2 rounds without being able to be on the top, but now you dominated completely this round here in Locket.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be back on top of the box. It was a very good race. I made the whole shot, and I don't think what happened behind me. I just ride like I know, and I make a very good race, and it's again 25 points for the championship, so I'm very happy, and thank you at everybody who support me. My mechanics make a very good job, my trainer, my parents are here, my friends are here, so I'm very happy about this weekend, and all my sponsors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Valentin, and see you in the next round.
Yeah, well, he just needs a few more points now then for the next round. If he stays ahead of, if he wins at Matchley Basin, and Jeremy Stewart is second, that puts the gap to 20 points, so he'll need 5 points at the final round. But obviously he could clinch it at Matchley Basin, 25th of August. He won't be thinking about the championship yet though, will he? A couple of rounds to go. He'll be thinking about keeping safe, not doing anything silly. Just try and arrive there in one piece if he can. But a great day at the office for him here this weekend, as he wins in Locket. Second overall was Jeremy Stewart. Third was Mike Crass.
Francie 465, 5. Kevin Strajbos, 6. Tony Cyril, 7. Van Horebek, 8. Maximilian Nagel, který je nemocen, 9. Další zranění je Rui Goncalves z Portugalska, 10. David Filipec z Itálie. Tak a teď trocha hudby, díky.
So Manufacturers Championship then, KTM extending the lead over Suzuki, Kawasaki third, but it's just down to KTM and Suzuki now though really. Husqvarna, Yamaha and Honda bringing up the rear.
Dámy a pánové, milí příznivci motocrossu, ještě jsem dostal takovou zprávu, pokud pochopitelně
well, we will be back
se podívat na
in about
týmy do depa, tak cestou narazíte na
8 minutes time, something like that, for MX2 Race 1. That's it for the European action here on MX Live TV. Don't forget you can join our live studio show on MX Live TV, where my guests are Jose Boutron, Kevin Strybos and Jackie Martins, the GM Racing KTM team manager. Okay, questions to the riders, Jackie if you prefer as well, at hashtag MXGP Live, be a part of the studio show. Don't forget Monster Energy Motocross of Nations ticketing. Go to the motocrossmx1.com website if you want to find out about ticketing, but also about the VIP package. And the MXGP Festival, the amateur race £1,000 British pounds to the winner, 600 for second, 400 for third. Contact your national federation for more details, in which case for the English riders it will be the ACU, Sonia Goggin, and then your own national federations as well. If you're interested in riding that event at Matterley Basin and hoping to pick up 1,000 big ones. But we'll see you in about 7 minutes' time when we come back for MX2 Race 1.
A samozřejmě tam vzpomínají na své 8. místo v prestižních 125, ale také máme pro vás v nabídce od Jardy Falky Ivo Helikara ukradený titul a budeme nabízet i DVDčka mistra světa Jirky Churavého, škola motocrossu. Na tohle bych hodně rád upozornil, hlavně tatínky malých kluků začínajících, protože vynikající rukověd pro všechny, kteří chtějí motocrossu něco dokázat, tak určitě nikdo o tom neví víc než takový střelci minulosti jako Jirka Churavý, Jarda Falta, Mirek Halma a podobně. Takže DVDčko Jirky Churavého, škola motocrossu a 60-minutová stopáž absolutně bez reklam. Předvádějí Martin Žerava, Jirka Čepelák, Petr Kukář a uvidíte tam všechno, jak se startuje, akceleruje, dobržďuje, projíždějí zatáčky, to sprinem, před skokem, na skoku, po dopadu, technika jízdy, fyzická příprava motorek, tak tohleto všechno Jiří Kuravý na stánku motocross kurýru proti pitlinám. A co se týče kurýru samotného, tak samozřejmě je to celostátní pozvánka na tento podnik, takže 20. místo je tam věnováno MXGPčkám, dvojkám, ale i trojkám. Komentáře průběžné tabulky poslední Grand Prix v Německu. Je tam pozvánka na mistrovství světa junioru do Jinína, na ženy a MX3 do Pacova, na 21. září na Strmý vrch do Kynova. A včetně dalších všech domácích termínů do konce sezóny. Jsou tam interview s Filipem Neugebauerem, jak je těžké dostat se do světa a jeho názory o GP. Pro domácí příznivce interview s Milanem Špičákem z HT Group Racing týmu. Představení některých týmů, co se tam aktuálně děje, Motoman tým, osičkárnictví a tak dále, tak to vše v poslední motocross kurýru, plus už teda ty zmíněné publikace Petr Kovář, Motocross Můj život, Jarda Falta, Ivo Helikar, a DVD, Kuravý, škola motocrossu. Tak zkuste nás našli, proti pitlinám a vrátím Petrovi slovo a díky za slovo.
Slavo, děkujeme opravdu, ten tvůj časopis jsme tady včera louskali Evinem, Zadalžilem. Dozvěděli jsme se krásné věci, třeba to, že letos má kubatura MX3 končí, má být zrušená. Je to do určité míry škoda, ale jak ty tam píšeš, je to kvůli tomu, že MX3 se rozhodla ukončit po letech. Ale dneska jezdí tato třída na motocyklu je identický tady MX1, to znamená 4 pady, takže už to nejsou tak jako větší. Českých zástupců, každé kubatuře posledních, to znamená 65, 81, 125. No a ti jezdci, od kterých se očekává podle nominace ty největší výsledky, 65 je to Petr Polák, 85 Jakub Terešák, který v poslední době má opravdu velice zajímavé výsledky. No a Martin Kerš, který také v poslední době a nám tady dneska udělala velkou radost, bude to želízka právě, který z jezdců se bude očekávat ten nejlepší výsledek. Takže ještě bych zmínil to, Slávko, viděl jsem tu startovku, na ní je tam přihlášeno 261 jezdců z 42 států. Když se podíváme na mapu zprava, Australané, Nový Zéland, i takové exotí, takové státy, Thajsko, Turecko, když se podíváme úplně nalevo přes Atlantik, Chile, Venezuela, minulý týden se přihlásil dokonce Mexičan do kubatury 65, jsou tam zástupci Kanady, i dokonce z Afriky je tam nějaký závodník, z Jižní Afriky zřejmě, pochopitelně. Takže bude to velice zajímavé z Ameriky. Američani, na který jsme zvědaví, protože ti budou určitě čeřit vodu, tak tam je přihlášeno na 15 amerických juniorů. Co ty na to?
No co já na to, že to budou mít naši kluci asi hodně těžký, protože jistě všichni znáte americkou motocrossovou školu. No a i když se řekne, že přijedou vlastně v úvodovkách jen junioři,
ale i ta prestižní elitní desítka by byla fantastická. Takže nyní tady už nám jedou jezdci k zařívacímu kolu. Já ti děkuji. Slávku, sejdeme se příští týden v Jiníně. Budeme držet českým zástupcům hodně palce.
zlomte kluci dneska vás a v Jiníně taky. Čau.
Takže Slávek Trojan a jeho časopis Kurýr.